Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. We continue to follow developing news out of Akron at this hour. Protests continue after the Jayland Walker grand jury decision. My partner Russ Mitchell is in downtown Akron with a look at what's happening right now. Russ, we say hello to you.
Laura, good evening to you. All is quiet here in Akron in the police-designated demonstration zone. It has been like that all afternoon. There have been demonstrations in other parts of the city today. We'll tell you about those in just a second. I can tell you that later on tonight, a couple of meetings will take place. We'll have people here on the scene, a meeting at a church and a meeting at one other spot, and we don't know what is going to come out of that, but that is largely being held by supporters of the Jayland Walker family. And again, more on that later. And in just a moment, I'm going to talk to an Akron City Councilwoman who will give us her thoughts on what's taking place in her city. But let's get to those protests that took place earlier today. And for that, we go to our Neil Fisher, who is also standing by here in the Rubber City. Neil, good evening.
Hey, good evening, Russ. It's been quiet. It's been peaceful here today in downtown Akron. Just a handful of protesters gathering in front of the Justice Center today. But there was a larger event taking place today. It started at First Congregational Church. The Freedom Bloc and faith leaders speaking mostly on healing and what happens moving forward. After yesterday, Attorney General Dave Yost announced that the 8 officers who fired on Jayland Walker would not be indicted. Leaders say the fight isn't over and that they haven't gotten justice for Jayland and that they plan to see his case in civil court and that by marching, they won't let his name be forgotten.
So when you see a child get shot at 100 times, as that being your brother, your son, your cousin, you're supposed to come out your house and say something is wrong. And right now we're fighting a spiritual fight through a racial lens.
One thing that the Freedom Bloc emphasizes is that they will continue marching day in and day out here in downtown Akron, seeking justice for Jayland Walker. Russ.
Neil Fisher here in Akron. Thank you so much.